opportunity to pursue anything
Tips
I
in the
wanted
hat,
with
if you
brains.
please.
That's what the teachers would say.
We could use a few more house
Bop
elves
bop
in
bleed 'em
my
is what the thief
It's
say.
quite hard to forget.
I take your shit and put it on eBay.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying
Oh my
leg knots
god,
and
that'd be
plimpies.
fucking hilarious.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the nasals.
For the nasals. Said you had
What did you find
nasals
out about the dragon you were
you're
tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would
Bitch,
nest.
you think, bitch?
I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet. Revelio!
It stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do. I wonder how many...
Bombarda! Descendo! Accio! Incendio! How...
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
Oh,
And starved to pick off a grab horn.
or just raring for a fight.
What's that?
Wait here! I'll run ahead!
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Oh. Yeah, I ate that.
We've just got to make it to the next.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm, but we're well past that. We can get to that.
Revelio!
We can get to the next. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken? Now, if we just return her, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
chew. You need to chew.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg.
Ever was before I invented flu powder.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well,
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on it.
He'll?
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I should say nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than...
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit.
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hog?
It is. His name is Lodgok. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much...
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Revelio. Depulso. Depulso.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you
Bruh.
can read gobbledygook
What the
better
fuck?
than you can speak it.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Revelio.
Believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this.
Incendio.
Impressive workmanship for so simple
Revelio.
a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Fucking.
Revelio.
Like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Revelio. Accio. Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Frank. Not quiet enough.
Incendio. That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Armit. You have my word. Revelio. Incendio. Heal. Revelio. Revelio.
Yeah.
Bound to be a schematic. They're building something.
Revelio.
Quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Chill out, bro.
Petrificus
Why
totalis.
a grapple you are. Over here.
Oh boy.
That's the last loyalist.
Revelio.
Fortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time.
Hella ugly.
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards will be fulfilled.
Revelio. Revelio.
What was that?
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Petrificus totalis.
Hello?
inferior.
Afraid to fight? Oh. Who is it? I know I learned something natural.
Revelio.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Revelio. Petrificus totalis. Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
What's that? Who's there? Is that an intruder?
Depulso.
Won't get away with that.
Accio. Descendo.
I hate that!
Descendo. Accio. Depulso. Descendo. Confringo. Accio. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Confringo. Descendo. Protego. Stupid. Depulso. Descendo.
This dude is over here struggling.
That should be the lot. Don't think I've found all the plans. I'd best keep looking. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
It was right here. I'm sick.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. Can we please?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now,
He's
if
scared
you
as
don't
fuck.
mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
Hey,
I've been wondering about something else
Hey,
you said before we entered
chill
the
out,
mine.
bro. What the hell
Yes.
are you doing?
If
bro?
you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. The candles seem to be leading into the Forbidden Forest.
Extreme danger, Theodore.
The treasure must be nearby.
Theodore.
I suppose a picnic at the treasure hunting suits me. Revelio.
I'm back in this bitch. Ready for a fucking feed mass fucking
Could do
fight.
worse than Peter Pan Ford.
Loud as a trot. You know where.
I mean, that really doesn't matter now, dude.
Expulso! Not placing. Descendo. Dark magic, right? You're the one who freed our hippogriff.
Petrificus totalis!
No matter. Death from above. Expellium. Expulso. The pain. Expulso.
Black Mamuros.
Expulso.
Accio.
Expulso. Make it stop. What are you expulso?
Incendio. Bombarda. Descendo.
Quite conductive, aren't we? Expulso. Expulso. Flash. Reverberation. Expulso.
Depulso.
Expulso.
Accio. Glacius. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Glaciers. Perfect. Let's see what we've got. Revelio.
I fucking didn't do shit.
Was about. Revelio.
There's no way.
Accio.
Like, there's no way.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I'm sick, bro.
Glacius.
I am sick.
Revelio.
I am sick.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Little brain.
Confringo.
At least I figured it out on my own. I didn't look it up.
Revelio.
It makes me feel a little better, but not really.